So before I get started on this project, I thought I should tell you a little bit about what it is. With a normal scythe, you have your blade at the top and then a curvy handle with two knobs on it. The design here is to make it easy to be able to use this as a cutting implement when reaping crops. But if you were to try and take this into battle, you'd find, while the weapon would be somewhat effective, the weapon itself is a little bit clunky because of its curved handle and those two knobs, which would ultimately get in the way. If you're more accustomed to the regular straight polearm weapon, then what you're going to want is a straight shaft. And so that's what I picked out here. I've got myself a pretty stout piece of pipe ready to go. I had picked up several scythe blades at an auction a little while back, and so I had my choice in what kind of style of blade I wanted to use. Now, originally I was going to go with the longer, skinnier one because it had more of a Grim Reaper look to it, but I thought about the actual utility as a weapon and have selected to go with the smaller one because not only is it a more stout blade, which will take a lot more damage without giving through, but it's also the shortness of it will keep it from getting in my way and causing me potential harm if I try to spin this around. I'm using whatever materials I had laying around, and so I can't say that measurement was a big part of my decision making here, but I could not have asked for a better fit than what's going on here. I'm also going to do things in a way that most people probably would tell me I'm doing it wrong, but you can do things your own way when you're making your own battle scythe. I'm going to do these things my way, and I will live with the results, regardless of what they may be. Starting to work it into a fit there. There it is. Okay, there's a little knot at the end of the handle attachment that I was really hoping I'd find so that I can kind of lock it in place structurally before I do any kind of weld. Alright, now I'm going to move to a smaller hammer so I can do a little bit more detailed work. Now that that's basically where I wanted it to be, I'm going to do a lot of grinding to clean up both of these things and get them down to bare metal before I do my weld. Okay, so I want to say before I do this next part that this battle scythe idea, it's not something that I was even going to make a video about, but a friend of mine told me it'd be a good video, and so I thought, you know, why waste an opportunity to make a video? But it's just something I kind of wanted to play with. I have never used a battle scythe or anything like that before. It was just a concept I thought was neat. I'm not making this to be super pretty or anything like that. I really just wanted to try my hand at something new, and I love playing with new weapons and everything like that. And so now I'm going to go into the test phase of this whole thing and kind of just give you guys a review, kind of what I think of it. And so you're probably going to watch a severe mess up, a massive fail on me playing with this for the first time, and then I'll tell you what I think about it after that point. I also feel like I need to say this is very sharp, so I'm going to err a little bit to the side of caution. So if you see me being very stiff and jerky with it, that's probably why. It's a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be, and because it's got all of its weight in one spot and the shaft is round, it wants to, every time I go to spin it, it wants to pull, you know, let gravity do its work and pull it down. So it's very different than what I was thinking. See, with a normal weapon, you want to kind of loosely hold it and allow yourself to maneuver a little bit. With this one, you've got to grab it a little harder, and that's going to cause very stiff movements. See how, when I'm bringing it down like that, that's not going to do much. I want the blade to come down. So, if you're going to be able to use this, you'd have to practice with it a whole lot and get a better feel for it. Okay, so I want to like that. Okay. The other thing is that about half the time with this particular weapon, you're pulling a blade towards yourself, and if you got sloppy with that, that could turn bad fast. So I'm not entirely sure that this is the weapon I wanted it to be, but I don't tend to give up. I feel like you could have a lot of fun with this. Just trying to think of every possible maneuver I could do with it, but it basically all just comes down to this, doesn't it? It's all just kind of in swipes. Most polearm weapons actually are kind of aired to the side of keeping your opponent far away from you, keeping them, and you could shove with this and push them away, but that's not really so much an attack. So this one actually has kind of a weird thing, because when you're using a polearm weapon, you want to avoid them getting here, because then they can come down and hit you in your weak spot once they get past your bladed weapon. In this case, the goal is to get them on your inside. So it's more of an internal weapon than most long weapons. So yeah, it's pretty cool. The concept is there. It's very cool. I'm not sure I'm gonna master it anytime soon, but it definitely, I'll be playing with it a bit, and hopefully not cutting my head off.